Hello and welcome. It is Sunday, it is afternoon, and I totally forgot my new intro video. Partially because I'm using copyrighted music in a way that is allowed, but it still has a copyright claim, and I'm very confused because YouTube says that 50 claims equal a strike against you, but they said, hey, you're acknowledging us, and it's being used in a way that we approve of. Okay. So that's where it gets wiggly. No. 3 strikes, yes. 50 claims.
No,
different.
3 claims. I got zotted after 3 claims.
Really? So that's why no intro video, and I'm very confused because the people said, hey, it's public, it's allowed, and they signed off on how I was using it. So I don't know.
Contest it.
Like, it is their music. I am, crediting them. So
which means a bot probably reported you.
Yeah, so
Did you actually get a claim against you?
It's not a claim against me. It just is marked as a copyright ID on it. If you look in the claims section, there's nothing.
Oh, okay.
So I'm very confused. But when I go to my studio page, where'd that tab go? Sorry.
So basically, we're not using the lovely intro until we've got we understand how the music works better, or you find a different music to use.
Yeah. Okay. So it says copyright. What's it says? Restrictions, copyright protected content found. The owner allows the content to be used on YouTube. The content ID claim on your video does not affect your channel. This is not a copyright strike. Channel check, not affected. Visibility, public. Content used, properly identified. Impact on the video, no impact.
Oh, weird.
That sounds like you're golden, but
I think so. But
popping up to say we found this, but it checked out, so you're good.
Yeah, and the first screen has the accreditation for the music. So but I don't know that I put it in the description text. So maybe I don't know. So if anybody knows, let me know.
Yeah,
I'm very confused.
One of those things that you're always going to get as long as you use it, but it's okay.
Right. Yeah. Right, which is what I think. I'm 80% there, but not enough to use it right now because I really don't want to deal with copyright claims going into my busy season.
Yeah.
Okay. I got other stuff to worry about. I was going to be so productive this week, and then,
or didn't happen now.
I got rolled onto a new project at work unexpectedly. So I'm ramping up on that and ramping down my old stuff. And my bestie graduated, and that turned into half a day instead of a 3-hour thing. And a friend of mine needed some transportation and some help this weekend. So I was helping with that. And obviously the convention ate more of my life than I anticipated, because it always does. And here we are at 4:30 Eastern time on Sunday, and I have done 0 editing since 8 p.m. last week.
On Mother's
Day. Wait. I've read the first sentence 4 times of the next chapter.
As you do.
I did work on a log line.
Oh, cool.
So I didn't do nothing. Does working on a log line count?
Yes.
Okay. So I worked a little bit.
Yeah. So. It's not editing, but it is working on your story.
Working on my submission package, which is what I want ready in time for the convention. So,
wonderful.
And the first third is everything's been edited. I just need a little more revision, and the first third is done. So with the query and synopsis, I could probably go ahead and start querying it, but shouldn't, but could.
Oh, okay.
Because, what are the odds they're going to ask for a full? And if they do, it's still fine to take up to a week to get back to them. And if I pushed really hard.
Do you think you could do it in a week?
Probably, if I was doing nothing else.
If you were doing nothing else, yeah.
In a good week, yes. I don't know if I will have that option if a request would come in during a good week.
Right.
Because life.
And things and stuff.
Yeah.
And things and stuff. So that's where I'm at. So how are y'all? Where are y'all on your writing?
I don't write. I have been taking a hiatus from writing. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Has it been a good hiatus?
I don't know.
Are you stressed about what you're not working on?
Yes, I am stressed about what I'm not working on. I vowed that I would take this weekend off, and the toxic productivity head is like rearing, and I'm
snacks at it, and maybe it'll shut up.
Birthday cake, maybe.
Right?
Greg went out and got me a slice of birthday cake.
Aww.
And my favorite ice cream.
Nice.
Which is, please tell us.
Brownie batter.
Ooh, okay.
So it's got like icing and brownie batter and brownie pieces.
Nice.
And vanilla and chocolate ice cream.
Cool. I personally am a peanut butter cup fan, followed by, I had birthday cake once that was amazing, but not every place has that type of birthday cake ice cream. And I mean, if you're going to do a lot of toppings, vanilla is great.
Yeah.
So, Doc, what's your favorite ice cream?
You're like, do I have to pick?
What's your favorite ice cream? Free.
Free ice cream.
I mean, obviously.
Well, free ice cream always ranks well, but my current favorite is Cherries Garcia.
Excuse me.
I used to go like back and forth between the Cherries Garcia and the chocolate chip cookie dough.
Okay.
But the chocolate chip cookie dough hasn't tasted quite right for a while, and I don't know if they changed something or my tastes are changing, or just I end up
maybe
leaving it in the freezer too long and I'm not getting the
that. I bet you it's that. It starts tasting like the freezer.
Yeah. But since the lockdown, I've started making sure that I've got stock on hand, but I don't necessarily go through it with any regularity, which is good for my waistline, but not so great for the actual flavor.
Right.
Although these days I usually try to get the froyo because it survives better in the freezer, but it's not always available.
Right.
And here we have mandatory cat content.
Hello, mandatory cat content. Oh, I may have locked my cat out of the room because my roommate's watching TV and
so
I am
your face, your ankles, and your wrists will remain unattacked.
They will. So, hello in the audience. We have Shannon. Hello. I don't know if you're a first timer or not, but either way, hello and welcome. And yes, definitely happy birthday to Sako.
Yay, thank you.
So,
congratulations on surviving another revolution around the sun.
You know, my dad said the same thing, you know.
That sounds like your dad.
Being a recovering suicide attempter, like, I'm very proud to make it another birthday.
I am so happy that you have persevered and fought your demons, at least to a standstill for now. I know it's an ongoing battle, not a war to be won, but
I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I'm feeling now that I don't want to die, like, I feel like that is a win.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yay.
Like,
this is a good feeling. Go with it.
I like it.
I'm not in danger anymore.
Good. That's what I like to hear. So, Shannon says it's maybe their third time. So, yay! Okay.
Thanks for piping up and saying hi.
Definitely. Okay, well, we are here for productivity. What do you say we be productive?
Why not?
Does that sound weird? I know it's a crazy thought.
So should we talk a bit about what we're going to try to be productive doing?
Oh, yeah. What are you working on today?
Let's see. The vast amount of what I should be working on today is revisions on my novel, but I'm going to start off by reserving my parking for Baltica.
Somebody posted some directions, and somebody else needs to call the hotel and cancel the Wednesday night that she signed up for because she's not going till Thursday.
Yeah.
So, for those who do not know, all three of us will be at our local sci-fi fantasy convention Memorial Day weekend. Sako will be doing photography for us, and Doc and I will be on panels, and I run their social media, and it eats all of my life until the end of May.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about. This year we have Jane Yolen, who has contributed a lot of virtual programming because health conditions are keeping her from attending, and she is sending her son, who is also a writer and musician and thing and stuff, in her stead, who will answer all the questions she won't. And
no choice.
Ariel Burgess is our artist guest of honor, and she used to be the Dragonlance official artist for 10 years.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. So super excited to have her. We have Technical Difficulties 2.0, which is our musical guest. And
you said technical, right?
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
Yes.
At first, I thought you'd said a different word, which would have been a completely different kind of convention, and we won't.
I'm gonna not even try to guess. Yeah. Let's see who else is gonna be there. We have fandom guest Brian Bells Jordan, who a lot of people locally are super excited about. Oh, Catticus is locked in the room with me. So okay. There may be cat content at some point. And this year's Heinlein Award winner is presented, and that is John Scalzi of Red Shirts and Old Man's War. And we have this year's Compton Crook winner, which is Alex Jennings. Compton Crook is for a debut novelist, and his story was The Ballad of Perilous Graves, and Nolan's story. So that might be fun. So that's who we have. It's super exciting. I'm super excited. The programming is almost ready to be perused.
And we have some very good programming this year. Yeah. I know, because just this morning I went through the list of all and I picked out 35 panels that I was willing to be a part of. And I'm obviously not going to be doing all 35, but there's
our head of programming was making noises like moderator, trying to make it so the moderator is not part of the panel, and I was like, oh, I'm really bad at that.
Yeah.
I can do it, but only if it's not something I want to talk about. Like, if I want to learn about it, I'm happy to be on that panel, facilitating. But if it's something, I want to talk about a lot.
Yeah, there were a couple I saw that were like, okay, I don't know a lot about this. Do I want to moderate? It's like, no, I don't want to have to come up with questions about this. But there's definitely lots of good content. And steampunk is back on the schedule. Yes.
Boom. Fist bump. Boom. So yeah, that's oh right, I have lost your shirt on right now. Woohoo. Woo. So, but yeah, that's some of what we've been talking about. But anyway, we're here to write. Let me know in the comments below, what are you working on? Are you editing? Are you snacking? Are you folding laundry? Are you crocheting? Anything you want to do, anything you don't want to do, totally fine. Read a book. It's Sunday afternoon.
So, Sako, are you going to be working on something, or are you just going to be basking in the glow of your birthdayness?
Birthday bask.
That is definitely a thing. But I might eat some ice cream. I might do some writing. I don't know.
Okay. I like the hair.
Oh, thank you.
That's because Sako is a badass. Technical term.
She went and got a haircut. I need to get a haircut.
I've been just trimming my hair since the pandemic, which is why it kind of looks like this. But when it's past your shoulders, you can get away with a little bit of, well, it looks scraggly when I pull it forward on my stream. So snip, 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 snip. Okay, we're good.
Past the eyes, I'm more concerned with than past the shoulder.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get into a stream so I can let the cat out of the room because he is pawing at the door like, why am I trapped in here? So, okay, the numbers are right above me. We do 23-minute sprints because I'm easily amused, and it is 2023. So Shannon is thinking about highlighting chapter 7, 8, and 9 so they know what they'll be writing tomorrow morning. So that's pretty awesome. Okay. Right. So let's see, where'd my tab go? Since I'm in my not normal room, I only have one monitor. Remind me to tell you about one monitor when we get back from break. Okay. And 3, 2, 1, boom. Chaka-laka. And we're back. So, how was your sprint?
I spent it eating ice cream.
You had a better time than I did.
Oh.
I had a short snippet on stream where it was cat vision of my kitty making biscuits. And yeah.
Nice. Doc?
And I tried to get my parking set up and found out that first I didn't remember the password to the app for the parking, so I had to reset that. And now, of course, it wants my license plate number for my vehicle, which I currently have a temporary license plate number.
Oh.
Because I just bought the car, and where I thought I had stored that, it didn't have it. So I've been trying to look it up.
Oh.
No.
It's just been a pain.
I got through 1321 words, one whole chapter, and then I finally got up to something that needs revisions and not just read through. So
nice.
I'm trying to be like, hey, he was 3 days late. Maybe there's a reason, rather than just he's a jerk face who doesn't call when, custody issues. So, yup. Okay. But yeah, so I got through a chapter and a half, and I'm quite happy about that. So let's see. Popping into the comments, Sarah is here. Hello. Sarah is still on deadline or on deadline again, and believes that she is dumb for putting it off. Or, life happens and you only have so many spoons.
Agreed.
So you do it when you can. At least that's what I'm telling myself. And Andy is here. Hello. Andy is hanging out over on Twitch, and he was being productive and helped his wife get some stuff done. Yay.
Yay.
That's super awesome. So just before we went on break, I promised to talk about multiple screens. So my work laptop, the HDMI port, quit working about 6, maybe 8 weeks ago. But I was testing some new software and stuff like that I just installed. And I was scared that they'd give me a new laptop, and I didn't want to have to go through all the setup again.
Right.
That would put me back.
Right.
So I didn't go in. And then I was moved to a new project this week. I was like, what? Oh, okay, this is happening. This is the right time to go to IT and get this sorted. So after 90 minutes of them trying to update drivers and things and stuff, we ended up with an adapter that goes from USB-C to HDMI, and I believe IT is buying more of those because I don't think I'm the first person to run into this issue. I am on the list for a new refresh for a work laptop. Apparently our contract with the supplier has it that we can get a fresh one every 2 years, and my 2 years ago was, can you do the math? 21, shall we say, right in the middle of the chip shortage. So my refresh was actually, oh, your laptop is blue screening. We can't actually put this off. Here's a refurbished one from our own inventory that took them 3 tries to get something that would charge while plugged into the dock. So mine is a little older than it probably should be. So yeah, but while I was there trying to get it fixed, somebody else came in and it's like, oh yeah, y'all gave me this adapter. And the IT guy's like, we have those. So he found it and he's like, we're going to order some more. But I was telling some friends about it, and one of them's like, oh, I do fine on my 15-inch monitor. And I realized why my ADHD has been so bad lately. It's not just I'm trying to do a lot with my story. It's not just that the convention is eating my life. It's that I like to leave my main project up on my secondary window so that I visually see it and it gets me back on track that much faster. Because when I flip through tabs to find the right tab, Sometimes it takes a few tries, and I'm like, oh yeah, I also needed to do this, and I also needed to do that, and oh look, that looks like an interesting article. So I just realized the secondary screen is how I manage my ADHD, but I max out at 3 monitors.
I would love 3 monitors. Holy crap.
When I'm at work, I have my work laptop plugged into the secondary monitor, and then I have my personal laptop over here with all my chats and stuff going on.
Nice.
So I have like when I'm working on my reference materials, like if I need documentation and stuff like that, right. And then like all my chat and socials over here. I started off pandemic with 2 monitors for each laptop because I had them in storage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I got rid of the 4th one because I determined A, I loaned it to a friend, and B, I realized if I have that much going on with my personal laptop when I'm supposed to be working, it distracts me too much. So now I just switched the cable for my big monitor between the 2 laptops, the work laptop and the personal laptop. So whatever I'm focused on has the secondary monitor.
Right.
And that way it transitions me from day to night.
Speaking of new equipment, or new to me equipment, you know, mm-hmm. My husband, his present for me this year was a new M2 laptop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's amazing and wonderful, and
yay.
The camera is so much better than this one. And so I'm keeping the old one in the blanket fort, and then the actual 2023 machine actually in the studio. It's
nice. Wonderful. That's awesome. I'm super excited for you.
Thank you.
So popping into the comments, Shannon got chapter 7 and 9 read completely in digits, found out the binder with the book is the 140K edition, and has never printed the 108K edition because I've not set up printer. That's so frustrating. So Jennifer says, hi and happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Whoop! Here. Sorry, I kicked my laptop stand. So, and Andy says, 4. Shannon is curious if it's an Air or a MacBook.
It is a MacBook Pro.
That's what I thought. So, Jennifer is asking for advice. Jennifer is writing a short story collection with disabled characters that are the victims of crimes in one story and are criminals in another. What are your thoughts on this concept?
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. I think it also drives home that anyone can be good, anyone can be bad, and just because of who they are doesn't preclude them from being good or bad people.
Right.
So.
And Andy, yes, it's a laptop.
Yeah. So. Oof. Oh my goodness. Stretch. Oh, is it stretch break time?
Oh, crack.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Oh, that's tight.
I think next sprint I'm going to go in search of a cigarette.
Okay. So I found my license plate number and finished buying my parking.
Oh, nice. Fist bumps. Boom.
Yeah, fortunately, when I took pictures of my new car, I had one that included the license plate, and I was able to blow it up enough I could read it.
Good. I'm glad.
But I also had to make sure that I saved the password for premium parking to my keychain so I can log on to it with my phone without having to reset the damn password.
I had it saved in my browser, so it was good. So it worked for me. because I don't remember what it was.
So I've gotten used to my screen extender
Okay.
that gives me the two wing uh, uh, set up with my laptop. So
Sure.
I will definitely show it to you at Balticon because since I'm still doing revisions, I have to bring this setup to Balticon.
Sure.
So maybe when you get a chance to look at it, you might decide that maybe that will work for you, so that you can
Maybe.
have a laptop. The only problem I have with it is I can't change the resolutions on the side screen,
Mhm.
but because I'd rather have them be slightly smaller resolution so that things are bigger for my weak, pathetic eyes. But
Mm.
but then again, I had to get this particular model so it would work with the Mac, and they do have a couple others that might work better with your Windows machine.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely part of the issue of moving to different spots is
Mhm.
camera or screen real estate. That's half the reason I never leave my desk is because
Yeah,
it's just so much hassle to move everything.
Mhm.
my my new laptop is a 16-inch,
Mhm.
Okay.
and it's the same size as this 2018.
Did you get the M1
Sure.
or the M2?
It's got an M2, yeah.
I've got the M2. Okay, I've got the M1, but I've got the same laptop. But
My tablet also has an M2, so they talk to each other now, which is wonderful.
they didn't talk to each other before. No.
Oh my goodness. So, uh, let's see, popping into the comments again, Sarah says that she made it through one set of her edits because each section is like 2K, and these are the edits from the company.
Right.
And Shannon says, congrats on the parking reservation table for 4 wheels.
Wheels, yeah, pretty much.
Nice, good one. So, okay, I think it's time for another sprint, i.e. a Sako smoke break.
Yeah.
So work on whatever you'd like or grab a snack. This is a no judgment zone, but Balticon is coming. So I've got work to do. Let's see. Where's the tab with the timer? Where'd it go? Oh, I pushed it off. Ah,
Yes, Jennifer, I do some cover design, yes.
sorry. My mouse, it does fine for everything except clicking and dragging when I'm on the couch.
Right.
Yeah. So because it has like minute like jumps, and then it's like, oh, you're no longer dragging. So, okay, here we go. Are we ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Set. 3, 2, 1, boom. It's right there. Shauna, spoke a little softer. Of course, that was the plan. We could use an extra adult to keep the little monster occupied. Oh, I'm still live. And we're back. So, how was your sprint? Besides starting off with me reading a line or two aloud.
That was actually entertaining. Less progress than I was hoping, but I did get some editing in.
Nice.
Trying to clean up all the stuff I had open to try to get my parking sorted out, and for some reason my settings is not closing down. It's like stuck on one of the screens. So I
Task Manager, or does Apple do that?
I'm sorry?
Task Manager, or does Apple do that?
Apple has it has a task manager, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a different app that is equivalent to the task manager, but I got a notice earlier that there's a security update, so I think when we finish the stream, I've got a couple of reboots coming.
Yeah. I hear you.
I got my cigarette check.
Excellent.
And I got, so in 2022, I kind of like wrote a document that was basically, because halfway through this book, it has you coming up with, dreams and then making it into actionable steps and vision boards and stuff like that. And I'm actually like going through and logging it in the book instead of just on the internet.
Okay.
And I have, I got this for my birthday last year, and I just haven't devoted much time to it.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of boring. So I think it might turn into a skimming through the book for any interesting, snippets of information, and I don't know what to think of it.
Are you a big fan of Stephen King?
I like his short stories.
Okay.
Nightmares and Dreamscapes was kind of like my foray into horror in general, let alone Stephen King. So I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of disappointed.
Well, it's entirely possible to like an artist's short story style and not like their novel style, because they can, even for the same writer, they can be very different.
Yeah. And isn't there a infamous discussion between Stephen King and George R. Martin about where they're talking about their approaches to writing, and Stephen King's like, yeah, so I plan and I write 500 words at least every day, and George R. Martin just looks at him aghast, like, that is the antithesis of anything I do. And I mean, while it would be nice if he came out with his story sooner rather than later, I mean, it worked for the first 6 books, so, which might be part of the problem. It just grew and grew and grew until it was an unwieldy, oh my gosh, how much do I have to finish the story? But yeah.
An unwieldy world-building mass.
Right. So have I introduced you to my Inkling? A friend of mine gave me this. Because what pet does a writer need but an Inkling?
And this is his friend Cthulhu.
It's true. They're friends. So,
it's adorable.
Popping into the comments, Jennifer was going to add you to their list of possible artists for when the time comes for covers. Okay. And Auntie let me know my mic was open and said, be glad you don't write some of the things I do. Not so.
Not TOS friendly.
Yeah. So I write sweet stuff.
I do not.
So, Andy, does that mean you write the kind of stuff that gets you banned on Facebook?
I mean, I'm doing a fairy tale retelling, and I didn't go dark with it. And I know that's the popular thing right now, but by the time it's ready, maybe it won't be the popular thing.
Yeah.
So
always write to your story. Don't write to the market, because the market always changes.
Oh yeah, no. I write until the story is right, not for the market. Although that doesn't mean if I have multiple ideas in my head, I won't maybe go for the one that seems a little more marketable. Part of the reason I wrote my space fantasy is YA, especially YA fantasy seems to be super glutted right now. And I was like, well, that's not really where I want to spend my effort. And it sounds like I've written a middle grade, but it sounds like they mostly want stuff with series appeal. And if you're not writing for a franchise, they don't really have anything for you. And so while I love my world, I didn't have another story for my middle grade. So I've just kind of left it alone for now.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to focus on my space fantasy, because I mean, there's nothing in there that makes it adult with the content. When deciding if something is YA or coming of age versus adult, some people look at how dark the scenes are. But what I've been told is the real difference is what are their struggles. And, right now we've got somebody looking for a job. We've got somebody dealing with custody. We've got somebody, dealing with, some phobias and family expectations and stuff. And that those are adult problems. Not that those problems don't exist in the, for teens, unfortunately, sometimes, but they're definitely more on the adult spectrum. And these are people who, their parents can't tell them what to do. Their parents can suggest all they want, but they can't control them. They don't have legal guardianship. They can't say no. They can't, whatever. So,
you can have children in a horror story. I think it
100%.
is a great example of like a coming of age story. However, it is an adult story. Like it is not for kids. Despite
some people would say the kids make it more horrific because it's happening to kids instead of adults.
The contrast makes it more horrific. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I've heard some of Neil Gaiman's kids' stories. Adults are often scareder of it than children because of their context, because of where they're coming at it from, like Coraline and some of his other works. Just your perspective and how comfortable with you are with the world not being the way you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
So. Andy says, well, if you want to see, he's got a short story collection coming out. Yay! And it is spicy. And he needs to hop out. Thanks for coming, and have a great dinner. Hi to your wife.
Yep.
So.
Yes.
I mean, I read spicy stuff. I have dabbled, but it's not going anywhere. So
ready for prime time?
No. I'm just saying I am a full adult. I have parts of my life that are spicy and parts of my life that are snuggly, and
I am a fully licensed adult.
Ooh, do I need to apply for a license? Nobody told me. Mine might have expired.
There are times when we want our adult licenses to expire, then somebody else has to take care of us.
But if my license expires, does that mean I default on my mortgage? Because I don't want that to happen. So anyway, we're talking about adulting licenses, but hello, Jen writes romance. I'm adult enough to read your stuff.
Yeah.
I think is where we're at on that one. Are we ready for another sprint? What do you think? Is Doc ready to do some editing?
I think I'm ready to do some editing. and watch, this is going to be one where my groceries suddenly arrive, right?
Right. So, Sako, are you working on your journal, or are you just chillaxing, listening to music?
I'm gonna actually write my stuff in here. But
that's pretty cool.
Covered in hair.
I mean, I
cat hair?
I was
No,
making a
human hair.
sandwich last night, and I had an incident in which I dropped both the ham and one of the Miracle Whipped slices of bread onto my socked foot. And it was
Oh.
the last slice of non-healed bread in the house. So I just kind of wiped it off and went for it. So much cat hair. But the socks I had put on like 10 minutes before, so it's like they were pretty fresh.
I was gonna say, at least it hit the sock and not the floor. No.
Right? Right? I was just like, oh, I just want a ham and cheese sandwich. Is that too much to ask for?
Yes.
So Sarah's still here. Sarah is still editing and is working. Oh, and is trying to ignore her sciatica. Ugh. So wasn't typing here. Legit. Sciatica is horrible, atrocious, and should be able to be delegated to the politician of your choice.
Yeah.
So I think anything that involves pain or impacts your health should be able to be delegated.
Yep.
So to people who have excellent health care.
Yes, really.
I'm not salty. Think about how much more creation and creativity there could be in the world if insurance wasn't tied to your day job.
Yeah.
Or
really.
your partner's day job. It gets pricey outside of that. So pricey. And they're like, oh, we're pro small business, but that isn't. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Deals and stuff.
That's part of what makes it difficult for small businesses to have employees.
Yup. So, okay, I'm setting the timer.
Okay.
Getting ready to show the timer. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Wait, where'd it go? 3, 2, 1. Boom, chakalaka. One monitor. And we're back.
Howdy, howdy.
Oh, how was your sprint?
I'm continuing to answer questions in the book. So coming up with things that I might want
Nice.
to like work towards.
Okay. I edited about 1,700 words. They'd been moved, although I think about 3 pages of it had been moved from an earlier chapter. So I just thought that 2 chapters that were over 2,000 words for one point of view character, while the others were 1,000 or less, was a little heavy. So yeah. Breaking them up a little. So.
All right. I did better at getting some editing done.
Yay.
And apparently my groceries have just been delivered. So
excellent. Good timing. So I'm going to pop into the comments real quick. Hello, Red Spy, Red X. Jacob, thanks for joining us. We're just finishing up our sprints, but we always appreciate it when you swing by. So, yeah, we've got 4 minutes. Doc's got groceries. Why don't we just do our outros?
Sure. Sounds great. Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sako Tumi, also known as Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those 3 things. If you are interested in... Good Lord.
I just went dun dun dun. I didn't expect anything to happen.
Dun dun dun. Yeah. That pertain to getting into RPGs, then you can Google my name. It'll come up with all of my social media, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.
Okay.
Nice. Doc?
And I am Doc Coleman. I write about mad science, manners, and mayhem. And if you are curious about my writing, you can go to your favorite search engine and you can search for Doc Coleman Steampunk, and that will show you results that will lead you to my Amazon author page, my website at doccoleman.com, and you can take a look at some of the things that I've written and decide for yourself.
Nice. Okay. And I'm Morgan Hazelwood. I am an actively querying fantasy author who really needs to like actually send stuff out to be actively querying.
You're a querying author who needs to become an actively querying author?
Yes. Yes. I'm ready to query. I'm just not like, yeah. I'm distracted by my edits, okay? Got other stuff I can query. But yeah.
Jason.
Right. So obviously I do this every Sunday at 4:30 Eastern time. This week on my YouTube and my blog, I was talking about creating a political and moral universe, notes from a RavenCon 2023 panel. Over on my podcast, Writing Tips and Writerly Musings, I was talking about writing for anthologies or why you got that rejection. And this week's author spotlight guest was Aaron Rosenberg. And of course, May 26th through 29th will be at Balticon. So have a great week. And yeah, I'll see you next week. I hope Jacob enjoyed Ice Age. Go ahead.
Fun news. So the Cast of Crows anthology I was in,
yes,
they're doing one for next year.
Ooh.
And that's going to be themed on some of the Sherlock Holmes stories. And it's going to be called A Bay of Hounds.
Oh, fun.
So we will soon have a Kickstarter for that launching.
Nice. And congrats for getting the invite.
Yep.
So yeah, everybody have a great week. Good luck with your writing. Good luck with your reading. Happy birthday to Sako. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Catch you then. Bye.